Today, I'm out in Harriman, Utah, doing a walkthrough for a client walking through a brand new home that they're buying. And this is one of my favorite parts about being an agent that gets to serve my clients. And in this video, I'm going to share the 3 things that you must know if you're considering buying new construction, especially right here in Utah in 2024. Okay, and so this list of 3 things are things that you need to know as a client or as a person who's building a home. But in essence, your real estate agent needs to know these things like the back of their hand as well. Because let's be honest, a real estate agent is simply just an extension of you. They represent you. And if you're looking for somebody to represent you in a new construction purchase, they better be adding value to you in terms of their knowledge and their expertise. And I view those 2 things as the number 1 and number 2 most important things that I provide as a real estate agent. So the question is always asked, what are the 3 things, or what are the few things that I absolutely must know if I'm considering purchasing new construction? And in this video, I'm simply going to cover those 3 things so that you know exactly what to look for if you're considering purchasing new construction yourself. So let's roll. Now, if we haven't met yet, my name is Steele, and I absolutely love helping people discover all things Utah, especially Utah real estate. And as a local real estate professional, it's my job to represent people and help them get into new homes, whether that be new construction or not. So if you have any questions, please reach out. You can find my contact information down in the description below or in the pinned comment on this video. And with that said, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, if you're considering new construction, whether you're doing it on your own or you're looking for the guidance of a professional real estate agent, the number 1 most important thing you need to know is you need to know the city and the community in which you're looking to consider building or buying a home. This is not just the community itself, but it's also the city and the surrounding amenities and the things that you're going to be living in, because this is the number 1 most important thing that will influence your lifestyle and your decision when you make that purchase. Now, for many people, they choose to live in an area in the city, for example, up in Salt Lake City, where they can have an older home that's maybe been restored, something with more character, something a little more interesting than what they see out in the suburbs in the new developments like where I'm at right now in Harriman. And so those areas might be much more appealing to you to know what restaurants and what shopping, what areas are close by, or how close you are to the airport or the city or the mountains or whatever the case may be. For other people, they might be looking for more of a casual lifestyle, something where they have the convenience of living in the suburbs, they can still be close enough to the city, but they really can take advantage of all of the new amenities and new things that come when purchasing in a new development like I am here right now. Regardless of what you're looking for, whether that be all the way down in Mapleton in the south end of Utah County, or all the way through Salt Lake County into Salt Lake City, or up north into Ogden, or even up into Logan. It doesn't matter what you're considering and what aligns with your job, with your family, with your lifestyle, and everything in between. All right, the number 2 thing that you need to know and understand when you're considering purchasing new construction is you've really got to know the reputation of that builder. Every single builder has problems. Let's be honest, building a new home is a very complex process with so many moving parts. It's absolutely impossible for any home builder to have a seamless and perfect experience with each and every client. But for me, as a real estate agent who guides people through new construction purchases all the time, what I notice being the calling card of a really good home builder is how they resolve the problems. How do they put out those fires when they do inevitably come? And in my opinion, any home builder is only as good as their worst subcontractor. And so how do they manage those subcontractors? How do they manage your expectations leading into and through the purchase or the build of a new home? How do they solve the problems when they happen? And in my experience, it is the number 1 thing that I get to add value when helping clients through the process, because I know exactly how to help people through these problems and make sure that they get resolved as we move forward, and so that we can get to the finish line and get to that successful close of your brand new home. Now, I do believe that most builders here in Utah do strive to make sure that they satisfy each and every client, but it's not the case with everybody. In fact, there are some home builders that are much more difficult to work with, both as an agent, but as well as a buyer. So I do have a guide that I put together for local home builders. If you're looking for more information on that, reach out to me. Let's connect. Let's make sure that we connect with the right builder for you and make sure that it's a builder who actually has a really good reputation that can help serve you as you get towards the finish line. Now, with that said, I know for a fact that no home builder has a perfect rating. No home builder has perfect reviews everywhere. You're going to find negative reviews about each and every home builder because honestly, people are much more inclined to leave a review when they have a bad experience or a negative experience. But also, some people just put things out there, they're venting, and sometimes they've had a bad experience and it could be the fault of many people involved, but ultimately it lands on the shoulders of the home builder. And so from my perspective, it's It's how that builder responds to that, takes accountability, and make sure to make every effort possible to make that client happy. Okay, so the third thing, and I believe the most important thing, is to make sure that you have somebody on your side who's looking out for your best interest. Because when you go into a model home or a sell center for a home builder, those agents are there to work for the home builder and not necessarily for you. And so that's my job, where I step in. I can actually bring representation on your part so that I can make sure that that home builder is doing everything based on your best interest and not just theirs. I've seen this time and time again where people purchase new homes and they get themselves into problems where if they just had proper representation, they could have eliminated the possibilities of this problem from the get-go, or they could have achieved a much more successful result with the help and guidance of a professional who does this all the time. And so ultimately, if you're considering new construction versus an existing home, I would highly recommend you get in touch with somebody who's a professional, who's got the experience needed to know not only how a home is built, but what to expect as a buyer and as a client to make sure that you're getting that and achieving that end result that you're looking for. And here in Utah, one of the biggest things right now is home building. Because we have such a tight squeeze on our inventory, we still maintain a very low level of inventory with existing homes. So we're truly relying on these new construction homes to prop up the market because the demand is still here. Regardless of where interest rates have gone, the demand continues to thrive. And so the home builders here are still building at a very high rate. We have so many new homes being built, not just in Davis and Weber counties, but here in Salt Lake County, as well as down in Utah County as well. And not just in the parts that we've talked about in numerous videos that I've done here, but also so many other areas. And overall, new construction is accounting for a percentage of the home sales that is 3 to 4 times greater than what we've seen historically. What does that mean? It means new construction is the new way of buying homes, and new construction incentives are crazy good right now. So it's a great time to consider new construction. So if you have any questions regarding purchasing a new construction home here in Utah, you've got to get in touch. I have a lot of resources that I can share with you, and most importantly, represent you and get you to the finish line with a builder who will actually do the right thing and make sure that you end up with the result you're looking and hoping for. And I wanted to share, throughout the entire spring and summer season here in Utah, I'm going to be touring all of the local developments from all the local home builders as well as the national builders to make sure that I'm showing you exactly what you could expect when purchasing in every single city, whether that be all the way down in Santa Quin, Spanish Fork, or Mapleton, or all the way up north through Salt Lake County and up into Syracuse and Ogden and North Ogden and everywhere in between. So stay tuned on this channel. You're going to get a lot of vlog style videos and content showing you the developments, showing you the communities, and most importantly, showing you what these home builders are building that could be your future new home. And if you want to know more about living right here in Utah and exploring everything that life has to offer here in Utah, check out this video next. And until next time, thanks.